Welcome, friends, to the Playful Scratch from the California Lottery. We've got a special guest today, the Scratcher's Scratch Master himself, Juan. Juan, you've mastered 713 playful ways to scratch. Impressive. How'd you do it?
Well, I began with a coin, then tried a guitar pick. I even used a cactus once. I can scratch with anything, even this mic right here. See?
Well, there you have it. Scratchers are fun no matter how you scratch. Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase, play, or claim.
Contacting customer service? For a lot of people, that's an easy way to ruin a good day. But at Zendesk, we make the customer experience better. Better for your gran, better for your florist, better for the guy in apartment 3A.
Hey.
Better for you, better for everyone. Because while some say the customer is always right, we say the customer is always human. And as fellow humans, we want to do something better for all of us. Zendesk. Customer experience with AI built for humans.
For the best listening experience, headphones are recommended.
Mechanic, weapons, what have we got? You've got a dozen or more rebel sphere movers headed this way, and they're not happy.
A dozen sphere movers?
But first, Shack Juice Mechanic, please, now.
Prime mover first, Cheryl. Priority.
Mechanic, are you paying attention?
Yes, Mechanic. Daddy first.
But I just...
Mac?
Look at that. Something's wrong with the coffee machine. I better fix this. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Watch your feet. The attendant has a first name. It's T-E-N-D-Y. Has a second name, but it can't be revealed to us for reasons I don't understand. That's fine. And what in the hell am I doing? My friends need me. And here I am. Miss Florence? Corky, what are you two doing here? And what are you howling for? A light? In the sky? Above the highway? I better take a look. Lead the way, furry friends.
Oh, you left me alone, Greg. Oh, you make me so mad. What am I supposed to do now?
Hey, it's you.
Oh, hey, Mechanic. Gosh, it's good to see ya.
I was hoping you'd come back. Where's Greg? Was he not able to get his astral projection on?
Greg? Oh, yeah, well, I'm looking for him, but so far, no luck. He flew off and left me.
Well, that's not cool.
No, it's not cool. Not cool at all. Mechanic, you're soaking.
Yeah, I better get inside. When my beard gets wet, it gets real heavy, and my neck starts to hurt. And sometimes I start to tip over.
Oh, you poor guy.
Hey, you should come back to the station with me. I got this really cool basement set up now, and I think you'll like it. Hey, you and Greg have a lot of hobbies. You don't know how to play guitar, do you?
Sure I do. I'm not great at it, but I'm not bad at it either, don't you know?
How would I know?
Mechanic, I'd love to see your nifty little basement spot, but I can't. I gotta wait out here for Greg.
Don't you worry about it. We got the best spotters in the desert sphere. Miss Florence, Corky, can you look for Betty's brother? Well, he's blue, like Betty here. And he has an accent, like Betty here. He's a little bigger, a little shorter. Do his voice. I can only do one voice, and you're listening to it. Basically, he sounds like her, just a little lower. Now, go do your coyote duty. Thanks, friends. And you follow me.
Well, okay. If you think they can spot him.
I don't think it. I know it. Well, what do you think?
Oh, mechanic, I love it. It reminds me of a little dive bar that Greg and I used to do karaoke in.
You did karaoke? That's so cool. I try to get Tendy to do karaoke with me, but he says he sounds too much like a Muppet, and I agree, but I pretend to disagree. It's called lying. Anyways, see this here?
Oh, that's a real beaut, mechanic. Puts my guitar back at home to shame.
Well, thank you. A friend of mine, well, he's not really a friend, I guess he is, but he's cool. His guitar was actually made by bears. He gave me this one, and it's got a special meaning that I don't think I have time to go into right now, because our station's about to be crushed by celestial beings. Anyways, pretty sure if I learn how to play this, maybe I can stop that from happening.
Well, okay. Not sure if I understand half of what that means, but sure. I can teach you some of the basics, but I wouldn't expect to be no Carlos Santana right away.
Carlos Santana? I'm not sure who that is.
You don't know who Santana is? Oye, como va?
It's going great. How's it going with you?
Mechanic, listen.
Betty, there's a lot going on the Astral Plane. I don't even know where to start. I don't want to bog you down with details, but I feel like there's a reason you're here now. Gotta be. And it's not just to teach me guitar either. You and Greg are two of the smartest people I know. You figured out the video game when Tendy and me had no clue what to do. And you guys can astral project? Well, you can, at least.
Yeah, we're a couple of the keenest keeners you ever met. Greg has always had this insatiable thirst for everything life had to offer, and I just soaked it right up. I remember when I was just, 6, I think. I walked outside and Greg was putting together a model rocket. I asked him if I could press the button to make it go, and he said, "Betty, I'll make you an offer. Pushing this button is gonna be fun, no doubt about that. But you take this apart with me, let me show you how it works, and then I'll let you press the button. It'll be more fun than you can imagine." And so I did. And that was it. After that, I just wanted to learn with my brother, and he was happy to have me around. We got along famously. Well, most of the time.
Wow. Was there anything you guys didn't do together?
Flying. Ray got his pilot's license when we were in college, and he asked me to be his co-pilot. I said no. I know that makes him sad. I regret it now.
Well, for someone who doesn't like to fly, both times I seen you started out in the air.
Yeah, well, that's different. I know that I can't fall here on account of me not actually being here.
That's right. Oh, that reminds me. I better talk to you fast before Julio bangs a gong and you wake up on the physical plane.
Well, I'm not actually at meditation class at the moment. I'm projecting from home. What exactly can I help you with, mechanic? I want to get out there to see if I can find my brother.
Oh, trust me, Betty. These coyotes are unbelievably good at finding people. In terms of what you can help me with, well, like I said, teaching me a little guitar. But also, like I said, you and Greg are two of the smartest people I've ever met. And I got a real dilly of a pickle on my hands, Betty. The Astral Plane is in serious danger, and I think I'm supposed to be the one to fix it. Can you help me figure it out? It would be so great if I didn't have to go back upstairs without an answer. Tandy's up there with some other folks trying to figure out what to do. And I kind of left them in a not so cool way. It'd be cool if I came back with a solution that makes them forget about all that.
Okay, gotcha. Well, tell me a little bit about the situation you're facing here.
Really? You'll help me think through this? You don't mind?
Yeah, of course I will. Got nothing to do but wait anyway.
Okay. Okay, well, first, we should talk about sphere movers. Nah, the old attendant. Nah, maybe. You know what? I'm worried Tendy's gonna come down here looking for me. Hang out here for a minute while I do something, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Be slow now, Mac, old buddy. Don't let that bell ring too loud.
A vision. One day I was outside just looking up at the stars. Something I did often.
Cash, it's me, Mac the mechanic. Shh!
Mechanic, why are you whispering? And why can't I see you?
Because I'm crawling. And because I don't want anyone to know I'm here.
Oh,
Cash, I need a little time downstairs. And I don't want Tandy trying to get me to come back up here. He worries about me, you know?
what do I tell him?
I don't know. Tell him I'm fragile. Tell him I might flip my lid again.
I'll do my best, Mechanic. I might not say flip his lid, but I'll think of something. Mechanic, are you okay though? Really?
Yeah, good. Just figuring out how to save the Astral Plane with a floating blue lady that says, "Don't you know?" a bunch.
Oh, I'm sorry, what? Mechanic, are you still there? Mechanic!
Okay, I think I bought us some time.
Good. Now, lay it on me, Mechanic. What's wrong with the Astral Plane?
Okay, well, let's start with some basics. The Astral Plane is composed of 33 spheres. The Desert Sphere being the first sphere, and the 33rd sphere. The old attendant is out there, I says. Yep, he's still out there, Corson says. Wow, I says. Basically, she fried Tendy's brains looking into our past. And he starts glitching. Aw, damn. Okay, now I gotta explain something. She's got, and I kid you not, lasers in her arm. Show up out of nowhere. And Corson's talking about weapons. Like, we only got 2 weapons here, and they're hanging off the sides of me. And I tell Cash, don't let Tendy try to come back up here. And she's like, what do I say? And I'm like, tell him I'm crazy. And then I crawled out of the store like a baby. And don't you say nothing. And then I came back here to you. Well, what do you think?
Well, let's see here. You got all the powerful beings who have rebelled, and they're all headed towards this station because the station prepares the Skylarks, which protect the passengers for their journey across the celestial spheres. If they can destroy the highway and the station, the travelers will be forced to travel the spheres unprotected, where they will be abducted by evil spear movers who use them to accomplish their purposes.
Precisely.
Okay, I got nothing.
Nothing? Seriously?
No, Mechanic, nothing. This isn't a game we're talking about here. This is a really, really big deal. I can't even begin to imagine how you solve a problem like that. And Greg and I, we always figured problems like this out together. Not to mention, I'm worried they won't find Greg out there in this storm.
Well, if he gets lost, he can just wake up on the physical plane and everything will be fine. Stop worrying. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, you're right, I guess.
Betty, give the other stuff some thought for a while. For now, can you just show me some stuff on the guitar? I've learned a little, but it's not going so great. I got taught some by a guy named Bill Harris, but...
Bill Harris?
Yeah.
Bill Harris, jazz guitarist who played for the R&B group The Clovers?
Maybe. How would you know that?
Trivia night. Mindy's don't always do brain teasers, don't you know? Trivia every time a month had a 5th Thursday. Okay, let's hear where you're at. Wow. Taught by Bill Harris himself. Okay, let's hear it.
Here goes.
Stop there, buddy. You're not doing my ears a favor. I don't even know what kind of chord you're trying to play there, but
that's one of the ones he showed me.
I know, but Mechanic, he's Bill Harris.
So?
How do I put this gently? He's an extremely talented musician with years of advanced experience.
So?
And you're just a beginner. Not to mention, you got fat little fingers, and they're a bit on the short side.
Are you serious? I'm gonna internalize that.
Hey, that's how Greg's hands are too.
And is that supposed to make me feel better? Do you also verbally assault your brother?
Oh, stop being so sensitive. It's not like I called you a baby.
But you have called me a baby.
And you called me a sky demon, so let's just call it even.
Fair.
Okay, so let's start with something really simple. The C chord. I'm gonna point. Are you watching? Take that finger and put it there. That finger goes there. And that finger will go there. Okay, now, hold the guitar like, are you looking at me? Hold the guitar like this, okay? Sit up straight. Don't let your elbows sit on your little tummy like that.
Kinda hard to avoid.
Okay, now hold your pick with your hand like this. Nope, not bent like that. Motion's gonna come from the elbow, not the wrist, okay? We're just doing simple downstrokes for now. You ready? Very good, mechanic. Nice work there.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Now let's see here. Let's try doing it over and over again at a consistent pace. Ready? And go. Okay, so keeping your own rhythm doesn't work. That's okay. Look, I can clap, at least I think I can, and you try playing along to...
No need. Check this out. Cash!
Mechanic?
Can I get like a real basic drum beat playing down here?
Sure thing, mechanic. Acoustic or synthesized?
I don't know. Surprise me.
Very well. Playing now. Whoa, that's pretty fancy.
Ain't it though? I love my friends. They're so cool.
Well, that's good to hear.
You and Greg are part of that group.
Part of what group?
My friends.
Thank you, mechanic. I'm sure Greg would love to hear that.
He will. Now, watch this.
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/qualify today.
With the $5 meal deal at McDonald's, you pick a McDouble or a McChicken, then get a small fry, a small drink, and a 4-piece McNuggets. That's a lot of McDonald's for not a lot of money.
Price and participation may vary. For a limited time only.
Very good. And now, E. Perfect, mechanic.
I did good.
You did very good. Mechanic, with these chords, you can play just about any song.
Could I write my own?
Well, sure.
I think I'm supposed to write my own. Maybe. I don't know if I am. I don't know if I could. Betty, you ever write a song?
Oh, sure, lots of them. Let's see here. I wrote Don't Fall Through the Ice, Greg. And, Greg, that's my donut. And, Did I Forget Who I Am?
Wow, like 66.6 repeating % of those songs are about Greg.
Yeah, well, I was always trying to make him laugh.
Forgive me for saying, but that last song you said, what was it?
Did I Forget Who I Am?
That sounds funny. Unless it's actually about memory loss.
Oh no, that's a song I wrote about.
Song you wrote about what?
Well, it's about Greg, kinda. You see, mechanic, when I was little, I had a bit of a temper.
What? I don't believe it. You, aside from saying horrible things about my body, you're one of the nicest people I know.
Yeah, well, I wasn't always like this. I think it's part of why Greg always wanted me around. He knew I wasn't great at making friends, so he invited me into his world. And I loved it there. You know, when I got mad at my friends, they'd stop talking to me. I'd try to apologize, but they didn't want any part of it. But when I got mad at Greg, and boy, I got mad at Greg sometimes. he'd just pull me aside and say, "Did you forget who you are, huh? Did you forget who I am? You're my sister, I'm your brother, and I love you." And that was it. The mad went away. So one time when I was about 12, it happened again. I lost my temper. I told him, "Darn it, Greg, I forgot again." And he said, "Why don't you write a song about it? See if that helps you to remember." We'd been playing a little guitar, so I thought, why not?
And what'd you write?
Tell you what, you play it for me, and I'll sing it.
I don't know if I can.
You can, mechanic. I promise.
What do I do?
Do you got something to write with and something to write on?
Yeah, let's see. I got a pencil here, and I can write on the back of this childhood memory.
Perfect. Okay, write down the chords I taught you.
Okay, just 1 second.
Now when I say go, start strumming really gentle like. And when I point at a chord, you start playing that one.
Got it.
Okay then. Start here. Here we are. It's plain to see that I've hurt someone close to me. I never meant for things to get so bad. When I do the things I do, these words I say as if they're true, and all the things I do to make you sad. Did I forget who I am? Did I forget who you are? Did I forget we have each other, and that when I've gone too far, you're still my friend, you'll always be. And you look down and say to me, "Little sister, just remember who you are."
Betty, what's wrong?
The one thing I couldn't do with them, mechanic, I couldn't fly.
Well, that's no big deal. Lots of people don't like flying.
But maybe if I'd been there.
Then where?
Mechanic, he left a Rockcliffe Flying Club yesterday in a Ford Tri-Motor, part of some exhibition. He was headed to Wisconsin. They lost track of him over Lake Michigan.
You're saying?
Craig is dead, mechanic. That's why I came here. I was watching the highway. I was waiting for him to show up.
Betty, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
You said that everyone who died comes here, right? Isn't that what you said?
Well, I think so. I don't know, and time here is just straight up weird. We've had people who died together, seconds apart, show up what felt like a long time in between, like hundreds of travelers between.
I don't know how to live without my brother, mechanic.
Betty, I don't know what to say. I don't got a whole lot of experience talking to live people about stuff like this. But I guess it's kind of the same thing. People here grieving the loss of the living, people there grieving the loss of the dead. All I know is it's all temporary, you know? You'll be here someday too, and we'll help you down that road. Just like we'll help Greg when he gets here.
Are you kidding? You can't send him down that road, mechanic. Not after what you told me about the highway being destroyed and dangerous spear movers and...
God, you're right. Well, as long as Shirley's car is parked at the station, no more travelers can arrive anyway. We'll just leave it. But we can't do that forever, Betty. I know you're upset, but I can't figure this out without you. I need your help.
I can't, Mac. There's no way. This is the kind of thing that Greg and I would always do together.
Betty, just because you and Greg figured out stuff together doesn't mean that you can't figure it out alone. I mean, sure, 2 heads are better than one, but 1 head is better than none. Besides, you got my head. And even though it thinks a little funky, it can still be useful sometimes.
I don't know, mechanic. I think...
Betty, please. If Greg was here, you'd think he'd say, let's see if I can do this. Don't even try, Betty. Don't you know? You're nothing without me, don't you know? Is that what he'd say? No, you know it isn't. What would he say, Betty?
He'd say, chin up, little sister. You got work to do. Don't forget who you are.
And is who you are someone who gives up when they're needed most?
No. No, that's not who I am. Okay. Just a second, let me think. Mac, when you were telling me the story, you said your robot.
Cash.
Right, Cash. Mechanic, here's what I'm thinking.
We're trying to figure out how we'll save the astral plane. I'm being used as a sounding board, and Betty gets to use her brain. Maybe if we work together, we'll see a perfect astral opportunity. Don't stop thinking about the desert sphere. What we're doing here has the power to save the day. Even though it's never day on the sphere, I think my meaning was clear. Don't get caught up on the words I say.
And you said that the old woman's car being in the driveway makes it where no one else can show up.
That's right. Don't stop thinking about the desert sphere. What we're doing here, it has the power to save the day. Even though it's never day on the sphere, I think my meaning was clear. Don't get caught up on the words I say.
You're confident you can handle the wiring?
I can.
And I can show you how to convert the broadcast signal.
Betty, you are amazing. Good Lord. Your brother would be so proud of you.
I miss him, mechanic, so damn much. Will I see him again?
I know you will. Listen, if he shows up here, I'm not letting him leave till you get a chance to talk to him. Now, let's go give Tandy the good news.
Mac, are you down there?
Coming up now, bud.
Mac, I have to tell you something.
I gotta tell you something, too.
What in the hell is that behind you?
Excuse me. Don't you mean... Who in the hell is that behind me?
Look, it doesn't matter. Mac,
Tandy,
I know how we're going to save the astral plane. Greetings, traveler. This is Jared Carter. Thanks for listening to this episode. I wrote, produced, and performed all the characters in this episode. The songs Did I Forget Who I Am and Save the Astral Plane were written and composed by me. The guitar in this episode was played by my son, Amador, who willingly played worse than he's capable of. Thanks, boy. What follows is a bonus scene I think you will all enjoy. This one goes out to every patron who joined since the last episode.
Okay, let's see. Does your traveler have horns?
Mechanic, as I've said many times, none of the travelers have horns. They don't have snake tongues, or scorpion tails, or face tattoos.
I just don't get it.
You don't have to. Now, please, it's my turn. And I am about to end this game. Mechanic, does your traveler wear glasses?
Yep, he does.
Good. Mechanic, I'm ready to guess now.
Be my guest.
Is your traveler Keith?
Let's see here. Nope, not Keith.
But that's not possible.
Oh, I can assure you it is.
But I never lose at this game. I couldn't have missed one. Are you certain?
Of course I am.
Then who is it? Is it Emerson?
No.
Lars?
Nuh-uh.
Josh?
Nope.
Nicole?
Oh my God, wrong again.
Nancy?
No.
Emily.
No.
Evie.
No.
Owen.
No.
Jackie.
No.
Brandon.
No.
Jennifer.
No.
Hunter.
No.
Paige.
No.
Tilly.
No.
Abigail.
No.
Kate.
No.
Sarah.
No.
Erin.
No.
That's not possible. Mechanic, who is your traveler?
It's Keith.
I'm sorry. Did you just say Keith? You mean Keith?
Nope, not Keith. Keith. You see here, Keith. Keith.
God, I hate humans.
What? What did I do? Corson, what did I do? Huh. Yes, I won.
Thanks for listening. Desert Skies will return with our Season 1 finale, Chapter 12, The Astral Plane. Safe travels, traveler.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
The first thing you need to know about the Vega Sci-Fi Adventure podcast is that you're not just listening to someone tell you a story. You are stepping into a world. And Vega Rex, the woman at the center of this saga, is currently sitting at the top of it. This is not by accident. For millennia, the country Vega calls home has been carefully honing the skills of its state-contracted killers. And these so-called holy warriors have gotten real good at taking down the world's worst criminals. Or, as they would call it, cleansing. 400 kills into her career, Vega is the most decorated hunter there has ever been, and likely would have stayed that way if it had not been for him. An explosive encounter with the terrorists sets Vega on a path of revenge that is so thoroughly illegal that before this story is done, she will have risked it all. Life, limb, and love to satisfy her vengeance and keep her record of righteous kills perfect. My name is Ivoma Okoro, and I have so much more to tell you about this. Check out Vega, a sci-fi adventure podcast, anywhere you listen to them, because baby, I'm just getting started.